The grand turnaround. Can a turn of events have the ability to renew? Or just cause more apprehension that misconstrues? What manner of thinking can be ascertained from this question? What is related to be a quite simple conception, but explained in a way that is purposefully conflated, in order to bridge a better understanding, for connecting an insight deeper in its consumption, is an ultimate question reflected and expressed initially simple as, that. Maybe. We think that we might have the potential for tapping into a power from within that can literally deliver specific tools and situations that can be created or harnessed to control positive outcomes. Things that were never meant to go in our favor, and because whatever be that may, we were told that we couldn't change our fate, didn't deserve it, smart enough to work for it, or important enough to receive it, making us not believing in our abilities enough to just go for it. Therefore, we either didn't try, or didn't pay it any more thought, or we were let go from the opportunity, preventing us in doing what needed to happen to complete it, or move towards it. The truth of the matter though, is that the naysayers didn't know either, but decided to tell you to not even try to attempt it. But to our own opinions and confidence, we just decided to follow the right path, taking time to learn habits, or skills to complete the task. Performing to its contrast, we see that we did what it took that made it happen, and therefore, not disappointed, hanging our head in shame, or losing our confidence, live a life of utter disgrace. But we know ourselves, and commit to a process. People will start to see that we are capable of great things and trust us to make things happen. You then will be offered, or tasked to, by many small and great, that will reward, or pay you, giving you high esteem. Whatever is important to you will be obtained, because you are sought after because of your high value. Or could it possibly be, that we all have the potential of inner powers to access opportunities that can literally attract the understandings, or resources, that will empower whatever we put our minds to, and with some attention, or focus, will allow us to do what others believed was not reachable, or realistic to complete. Because there will always be others, taking turns trying to let us down, or tell us we don't have what it takes, for even trying. These people, or naysayers, will get in your mind and make you feel like you can't, or we just agree and give in without attempting to complete it, and this will be dangerous, because you will only do what you tend to believe, and may make you not reach who you wanted to be. Or others will try their best to take it away, or send you away with utter dismay. They resist the temptation to take action to perform, persist to believe and agree, then it shall be done. But for one like you, whom done this before, or a fast learner, will know what you can or cannot do has no effect on how much you believe you complete the useful effect, to be saved from Coventry. And on to more committable, and considerable, to commissions, and authority. Or, to consider this simple understanding, lacking substance, to show an obviously tentative inkling to expand to an undertone of understanding, we elaborate more descriptiveness, to clear perplexing presuppositions, reveal that we all have the potentially relative capability to access implicit powers to opportunities, that literally attract all forms of, principally manifested in manipulating reversals, to all rejections, and uselessness, and unto dismissals, that will miraculously conform to correctional and usefully shared conventions, and be mercifully saved from Coventry. That can potentially form into all means of committable and considerable commissions of authority. And ultimately this will lead to a point of true measured understood sensibility, or unfortunately, contortions, senseless, with all manner of contemptibility, which can react, is that we will all have absolute means to access powers implacable to prodigious opportunities, immutable in all forms, propinquitous and principally realized manifestations, profitable conventions, prescribed for manipulating reversals, despite dire regressions explicitly opposed to urgent transformations, effectively casting down all persistent rejections, and any remissions unfair to feelings of uselessness and unworthiness, which ultimately lead to dismissals, and submissively oblique to obsessiveness, which in turn will miraculously conform into coveting these to the more correctional and usefully shared perceptions, and being mercifully saved from the Coventry, remittable. This ultimately will prove to be positively coalescent onto all means permissible, committable, and irresistibly considerable, to all commissions of authority. And these discussions helps me to implicitly reflect to stories, such, like the one about Joseph, from the Bible. They demonstrate the times when people's actions, choices, and decisions were either proactively, or by reactivity, deployed as weapons meant to cause great harm, but by God's unlimited and powerful influence, used impossibly contentious to the understandings of man, in putting his faithful people into the positions of blessing, and of great usefulness of importance, and graciously given in order to demonstrate his final word, and his sovereignty, on a matter that incontestably glorifies his character, and an apexic authority, so exceptional, not one could, or would have ever expected to see its coming, and therefore, an experience supernaturally put in action. Does this exercise attest to you any brevity to detail, to recognize just how limited our primal behavior is in order, to rationalize, or logical explanation to any elaborate echelons, to understanding, and upon timeless wisdoms, to prove just how important these lessons in life are requisitioned, also self-evidently simple, yet so profoundly demanding in relinquishing our grips of thinking ourselves as our own master craftsman and architect to our lives? So, now, for your attention to this question's quality of effectiveness, which type of reaction preyed upon you today? One likened to a contemptuous, implicative inquisition, or one more imposing for genuine appreciation and introspective for reflection? Inscribed by an impetu rector of impetuous intimations. A self-proclaimed ordinary individual, having an extraordinary
Thank you for
experience.
listening.
Copyright at 2021.